You guys, I have been bursting to share this update with you for months. We all know Jana has waited a long time for her happily ever after, but what's happening now is honestly beyond anything we could have prayed for. There have been rumors flying around about secret photos and hidden clues in the background of our videos, and today, I want to sit down and finally address the elephant, or should I say the two elephants in the room. Yes, we're talking about the ultrasound photo that leaked, the matching cribs in the nursery, and why Jana has been wearing those oversized coats all winter. Is it just one baby, or did the Duggar twin gene finally skip a generation and land right on my big sister? Grab your coffee, because I'm taking you behind the scenes of the most surprising, double blessing season of Jana's life. You are not going to believe the story behind the secret. It has been so hard to keep my lips sealed on this one. You know, in our family, news travels fast, but when it came to Jana, we all made a pact to protect her peace. For years, Jana has been the one planning everyone else's baby showers, organizing the gender reveals, and holding everyone else's newborns. She was the sweet auntie who was always there to serve. So when this new season of life started for her, we wanted her to have the space to just soak it all in without the pressure of the public eye. But keeping a secret in the Duggar family is almost impossible. We have cameras around us all the time, and you guys are like, detectives? I'd see comments on my YouTube channel asking, why is Jana standing behind the couch? Or is that a pregnancy pillow in the background? I would just smile and scroll past, but inside I was screaming with excitement. Breaking the silence today feels like such a relief. It's not just about announcing a baby, it's about celebrating the faithfulness of God in Jana's life. She waited, she trusted, and now her cup isn't just full, it's overflowing. Let's talk about that photo. I know you've all seen it circulating on Reddit and Instagram. It was a grainy, black and white strip that someone snapped a picture of, supposedly from a family group chat. Now, I'm not going to say who might have accidentally let that slip. We have a very large family group text, and sometimes things get out. But if you look closely at that ultrasound, you don't need a medical degree to see what everyone is freaking out about. There are clearly two distinct sacs, two heartbeats. When Jana first showed me the real picture, I literally gasped. I remember asking her, are there two? She just had this glowing, mischievous smile on her face and nodded. The internet went crazy analyzing that leak, comparing dates and trying to figure out if it was real. Well, I'm here to tell you that sometimes the internet detectives get it right. That photo was the first glimpse of a double miracle. Have you noticed Jana's wardrobe lately? Really noticed it? Jana has always had such a cute, structured style. Lots of skirts, fitted tops, and cardigans. But for the last 4 or 5 months, she's been rocking the oversized, cozy look. We're talking giant hoodies, puffer coats even when it's not that cold, and conveniently placing large tote bags in front of her stomach in every single picture. I remember we were filming a holiday vlog, and Jana was so particular about her angles. She kept saying, Jessa, just get me from the chest up, or she'd pull a nephew onto her lap right as I started recording. We laughed about it at the time, calling her secret mission. But it was serious work. Hiding a twin bump is not the same as hiding a single baby. You pop so much faster! By month 4, she looked like she was 6 months along. That's why you haven't seen a full body shot of her since Thanksgiving. She wasn't just being shy, she was hiding a very prominent baby bump that appeared almost overnight. You guys are seriously so observant. A few weeks ago, I posted a video of the boys playing at Stephen and Jana's house in Nebraska. I thought I had cropped everything perfectly, but in the reflection of a mirror in the background, you could see into the nursery. The comment section exploded within 10 minutes. Everyone was saying, Jessa, why are there 2 bassinets? I tried to play it off like, oh, one is for downstairs and one is for upstairs, but you guys didn't buy it. The truth is Jana has been meticulously setting up that room for 2. She went with this beautiful, neutral theme, creams and soft greens, but everything is doubled. 2 cribs, 2 changing stations, double the diapers. Seeing that room come together, it makes it so real. It's not just a nursery, it's a testament to the double portion of joy God is giving them. Honestly, shouldn't be that surprised. If you look at our family tree, the twin gene is strong. Grandma Mary had twins, and obviously Mom had 2 sets, Jana and John David, and then Jed and Jur. We always joked growing up about who would be the one to carry that on. It's so fitting that it's Jana. She's a twin herself, so she understands that special bond better than anyone. She knows what it's like to share a birthday, to have a built-in best friend from day one. When she found out, she called John David immediately and just laughed, saying, well, I guess I'm following in your footsteps. It's really special to think that her babies will have that same connection she has with John. I have to talk about Stephen for a second. You guys know he's such a steady, quiet guy. When they went in for that first ultrasound, they were just expecting to hear 1 heartbeat. When the tech said, Okay, here's baby A, and here's baby B. Jana said Steven's face just went completely white. He didn't speak for a full minute. He was just staring at the screen, processing that he was going to be a father of two instantly. But once the shock wore off, he went into full provider mode. He started planning out the budget, figuring out how to fit 2 car seats in the truck, and asking a million questions. It was so sweet. He went from being terrified to being the proudest dad in the world in about an hour. He's already talking about buying them matching little work boots. Then there was the incident at the store. Jana thought she could make a quick run to bye-bye baby without being noticed. She wore her biggest sweatshirt, sunglasses, the whole disguise. But she made one mistake. She was testing out the double strollers. Someone snapped a photo of her pushing this massive stroller with a newborn insert, and you could just see the panic on her face. That photo went viral so fast! People were zooming in, circling her hand, trying to see if she was wearing her rings. She called me from the car, breathless, saying, "Jessa, I think I've been caught." We had to laugh about it later, but in the moment, it was a huge adrenaline rush. That was the moment we realized we couldn't keep this secret forever. Of course, the first person Jana went to for advice was Mom. Having raised 2 sets of twins and 19 kids, Mom is basically the expert. I sat with them in the living room while Mom explained the logistics of breastfeeding 2 babies at once and how to synchronize their sleep schedules. Mom told her, "Jana, the first 6 months are going to be a blur, but you have to let people help you." That's hard for Jana because she's usually the helper, not the one being helped. But Mom was so encouraging. She reminded Jana that God doesn't give you more than you can handle and that these babies are going to be each other's comfort. Seeing Mom pass down that wisdom to her oldest daughter, it was a really beautiful full circle moment for our family. I know everyone is dying to know, are they boys, girls, or one of each? You guys have been dissecting every single photo for color clues. Remember the photo I posted of the gift bag at the shower? It had neutral tissue paper, but there was a tiny peak of baby blue ribbon sticking out. The comments went wild! Then 2 days later, Joy posted a story where she was holding a pink blanket. Everyone was confused. Is it a boy? Is it a girl? Is it both? I'm not going to spoil the official announcement, but I will say this. Jana has always loved the idea of having a little gentleman and a little lady. Seeing the mix of items in her nursery, some trucks, some bows, it really makes you wonder if she hit the jackpot with a pigeon pair. The suspense is killing us too because she keeps changing her mind on which outfits to bring to the hospital. A lot of people have asked me, "Jessa, why did Jana hide this? She waited so long to be a mom. Shouldn't she want to shout it from the rooftops?" That's exactly why she hid it. Jana has lived her entire life in front of a lens. From the time she was a little girl, every milestone was filmed, edited, and shared with the world. She told me, "Jessa, I just want something that is just for us. Just for me and Steven." She wanted to feel the first kicks without having to tweet about it. She wanted to decorate the nursery without needing approval from millions of strangers. This privacy wasn't about shame. It was about reclaiming a holy, intimate season of her life. She wanted to bond with her babies before she had to share them with the public. I honestly respect that so much. Of course, the math police are out in full force. People have been counting the months since the wedding and trying to figure out the timeline. Let me just clear this up right now. These are 100% honeymoon babies. It happened so fast. I think they were only married for about a month before she started feeling off. She called me and said, "Jessa, I'm so tired I can barely keep my eyes open." We joked that it was just the stress of the move, but a week later, she got that positive test. Because it's twins, she started showing way earlier than usual, which threw everyone's calculations off. People thought she was further along than she was. But no scandal here. Just a very fertile start to a marriage! You can't talk about Jana having twins without talking about her twin, John David. When he found out, he was the most excited I've ever seen him. He has this special connection with her, and now that she's joining the parent club, it's like their bond has leveled up. And thank goodness for Abby being a nurse. Abby has been Jana's lifeline. A twin pregnancy is considered high risk automatically, so Jana has had a lot of questions. Abby has been there to explain all the medical terms, go over the birth plan, and just keep Jana calm. Having a sister-in-law who can check your vitals and tell you what's normal is a huge blessing. John and Abby have really stepped up to make sure Jana feels safe and prepared for the delivery. Moving is stressful enough. Moving to a whole new state away from your family while pregnant with twins, that is a whole other level of crazy. Jana is a trooper, but the move to Nebraska was physically exhausting for her. She was trying to pack boxes while battling morning sickness, which, with twins, is basically all-day sickness. Steven was amazing doing all the heavy lifting, but emotionally, it was hard for her to leave Arkansas right when she needed Mom and the sisters the most. We spent hours on FaceTime while she was setting up her kitchen, just so she wouldn't feel lonely. It's been a huge adjustment, but seeing her turn that Nebraska house into a home for her growing family has been so inspiring. She's really building her own life out there. I have to admit, I had a little bit of fun playing the role of bodyguard for Jana's bump these past few months. Whenever we were filming for YouTube or taking family photos, I was the one strategically placing a child on her lap or standing slightly in front of her. There was one time she was visiting and I was filming a house tour. I saw her walk into the frame in the background, clearly showing, so I quickly zoomed in on a plant. We were laughing about it later in the text thread. It became a game for us. I felt like a secret agent trying to protect the biggest mission of the year. Honestly, being her confidante during this time has been one of my favorite sister memories. Oh, and let's address the missing ring rumor that had everyone worried. People saw photos of her hands and started whispering that there was trouble in paradise because her wedding band was gone. You guys,
It's not drama, it's just fluid retention.
when you are carrying twins, your fingers swell up like little sausages. Jana called me almost in tears because her rings wouldn't fit anymore. And I told her, girl, take them off before they have to be cut off. So if you see her without her diamond, it's not because Steven is in the doghouse. It's because her body is working overtime to grow two humans. She's wearing a silicone band sometimes, but mostly she's just trying to be comfortable. Now, the fun part, names. Everyone is asking if she's going to stick with the Duggar J tradition or go with something totally different. Knowing Jana and Steven, I think they're going to surprise us. They are very traditional, but they also have their own unique style. I don't think we're going to get a Jim Bob Jr., but I also don't think we're getting anything too wild. They've been looking at old-fashioned classic names. Think biblical, strong, and timeless. We've been throwing ideas around in the group chat, and Steven vetoes almost everything. He wants them to be perfect. My guess? No J's, but definitely something that sounds good with Wissmann. 2 babies mean double the diapers, double the formula, and double the college tuition. Steven is such a hard worker, but the reality of providing for a family of 4 instantly is something they've had to really plan for. They've been incredibly smart about it. Instead of buying everything brand new, Jana has been thrifting and using hand-me-downs from us. You know, she loves a good DIY project. She took an old dresser and refinished it into a changing table for 2. It's beautiful. Watching them steward their resources and prepare their home has been really inspiring. They aren't stressing about having the most expensive gear. They're focused on having a home filled with love. I want to get serious for a moment. We all know Jana waited a long time for this. There were years where she watched all of us get married and have babies, and she stood by with a smile, serving and loving on our kids. When she heard those 2 heartbeats, she told me she just wept. It wasn't just happiness. It was a release of all those years of waiting. It felt like God was redeeming the time. To go from single to a mother of 2 in less than a year is a whirlwind. But looking at her now, glowing and rubbing that belly, you can tell she was made for this. She isn't just going to be a mom. She's going to be an incredible mom. You should have seen Dad and Mom when they found out. Mom literally squealed! They drove up to Nebraska just to see the nursery and pray over the cribs. For them, seeing their oldest daughter finally start her family is the greatest gift, and the Wissmanns are just as thrilled. Steven comes from a big family too, so these babies are going to be surrounded by so many cousins on both sides. It's going to be chaos at family reunions, but the best kind of chaos. It really feels like this double blessing has brought a fresh wave of joy to the whole extended family. So, when will you get to meet them? Knowing Jana, she's going to take her time. Don't expect a live stream from the delivery room. She wants those first few weeks to be quiet and sacred. But knowing how much you all love her, she promised she will share a photo when they are ready. Until then, keep praying for a safe delivery and for strength for this new mama. Thank you guys for respecting her privacy during this season and for celebrating this huge news with us now. The wait is almost over, and I can promise you those babies are going to be worth every second of it. Thanks for watching, and we'll update you soon.